Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Oh shit. Alright, here we go. Alright, take 3. Welcome to Jack's Facts. So, I did a first take, and the laptop I'm working on exploded. Then I did a second take, and I did the whole take. It worked all great, and I realized that my microphone wasn't queued up, wasn't working. So I did the whole take without any audio being recorded. Not my proudest moment, but we're here. We're gonna do a final and good copy this time. So this episode is gonna be primarily about the Kreela Witch-arm event, the event that we're on the tail end of right now in Raid Shadow Legends. And I've been pushing this event hard. I normally do with my account, I think of it like cycles with my resources, where I'll go through long periods of time where I'm not spending anything that I accumulate, I'm just saving and hoarding it up. And I wait for these like legendary fusion, or well, this one you can call it a fragment event or whatever, to splurge all my resources and try and get the big reward at the end of it. So I saved popping my Kreela Witch-arm for the recording, and I do have it recorded, so I'll probably like clip it in somewhere over here, or maybe later in the video, because I'm not that great at video editing. But I kind of then that was the copy that didn't have audio, so lightning, nah. All right, and we got Kreela. I was really excited to get Kreela, though. I can't emphasize that enough. This is the first ally attack champion on my account. I narrowly missed my opportunity to get the Catacomb Counselor, the other fusion event that happened there, but she is going to be a really big deal for my account when I'm able to get her online and operational. So, to like plan ahead for this event, I hoarded a ton of green shards and coin, like money, in-game money, and I hoarded a ton of gems. I hit the daily gem pack, the monthly $10 for 30 days of extra gems. I hit that a few weeks back, so I was reaping. I had a bunch of that saved up as well. But other than that, I didn't spend any money getting Kreela this time through. I used all the gems that I had saved and hoarded up, and I used the gems from the gem pack, obviously. But other than that, everything that I did was just from saved resources. And that's really the best way to tackle these things as a low spender. You really want to think of it, like I said, in kind of periods of time where after this event drops, for example, like right now, I'm not spending resources on anything. I am letting them build back up. I'm going to wait until I've got a big, healthy pool of gems and coins saved up again. And by the time that happens, they'll probably drop another one of these fusion events, and I'll be ready to go again. But with this one, I came in with almost like 1,000 green shards and a healthy supply of like blue and voids and one sacred, as I talked about in the earlier video. But I burned through all of my pulled up shards to get through these summoning events in this. I knew they were gonna stick a healthy chunk of the fragments behind their summoning events. I'm not stupid. People that are complaining about it just need to wake up. They do the same thing every time. They're trying to make money. if you don't understand this, then you can complain about it. I guess have fun on Reddit. But the reality is, like, if you save your resources and you're smart about it, you still don't have to spend money. Like, you just need to hold on to what you get and wait for these events and pool up your resources. And then when the events come, you need to be very, very particular about how you burn your resources. Like, when these tournaments came through, particularly like the Fire Night tournaments and the Ice Golem tournaments, you bet I put exactly as much energy into this tournament as I needed to get the fragments, and I didn't do anything else on it. I literally didn't touch it again after that. I think there might have been one of these where I went like the next step, like an epic book or something. But you get the idea. You just burn your resources on getting the fragments. Nothing else. Nothing else really matters. And as often as you can, when in these tournaments, if I knew that I could get to the fragments just off of my daily energy resources from just daily energy regen, and then the two free resets that you get from your daily quests and what have you, well, the quests and the time login. If I knew I could get the points just from that, I would. If I could get it without burning a single gem, and even though it might take me 3 days to do the whole Ice Golem tournament, I would just use my own resources for it. I would every time. That way, when I got to things like the this obnoxious craziness, the champion training event that was 8,300, I want to say, points to get the fragments out of, I was ready. I had a ton of gems saved up. I farmed up enough food to level up multiple champions. And I wanted to get into these events. I wanted to have enough resources that I didn't have to burn resources inefficiently and cannibalize my own account's efficiency in order to be successful in the event. And that's what I'm talking about with that is, like, I see videos of people where they'll feed a single beer into a level 1 champion, right? Or into a level 2 champion. And then they'll take that character that they've leveled and they'll use that character, the level 7 or whatever, as food for another champion. And they just get those initial levels to get the points off it for the champion tournament. And I'm just like, well, yeah, but you just wasted that experience. You really just threw that experience away. You're trading it 1-to-1 for points in this tournament. Which, if you can get there, if you can get the points from the tournament while also building things that you need for your account, that's the way you need to go for overall account efficiency and just to get further progressed faster. You don't want to cannibalize your own efficiency. You want to, like, when I was pushing for this event, I knew right off the bat I wanted to level Skullcrusher. Like, that's a gimme. I got him right off the bat. I'm like, well, I need to 60 a champ. All right. Well, who do I do? No, it was I was so hyped that they did a champion training event early on because I wanted to get this guy built. I even did his masteries. He's been in my clan boss team ever since. I got him running stalwart because I got him a solid setup. But this guy is a monster. I love him. He's running a little slow, so I found out that running Mishalid and Skullcrusher on a clan boss team in Ultra Nightmare mode is actually pretty crazy to speed tune. The main speed tune that I've seen is called the White Whale setup that involves getting Mishalid and Skullcrusher respectively into like 251 and 252 speed. That's gonna take some work. That's gonna take a lot of gear and glyphs. So that's my super long game for the moment. For the meantime, though, just adding him to my team has put me up to 25, 26 mil per key on Nightmare mode, and that's way more than I need to confidently 2-key that shit every day. Very happy I picked up the Skull Crusher, and I managed to book them with just 2 epic books, which is really cool. Very efficient. It helped me save me some epic books there. Then after that, the next champion training event happened, and I was a bit torn on who to go with next. And then I ended up getting these 2 pieces from, I think it was one of the daily login rewards or something to that effect. And I was like, alright, I've got enough speed gear to realistically get Doom Priest up and running. Let's do it. I've wanted to get her up and running. She is amazing with her passive. If you get her running, where she's basically the fastest person in your team, she'll clear every debuff before that person takes their turn. She pumps their health. She adds a ton of sustain. She keeps increased attack buff up for people like Ultimate Gaelic. Amazing character, and she's red affinity, which kind of works with Gorgorab, kind of balancing my roster out in that regard. Which that was another big reason why I picked her up. The only problem is, damn Force Keep don't open until Tuesday. So, on Tuesday, I'm gonna do my video and I'll, show you guys the finished Doom Priest. But until then, I'm sorry, guys. She's still 5-star, and I can't finish ascending her yet. I'm not gonna blow 200 gems on that nonsense. No, I don't even have 200 gems anymore after that event. So, let's talk about Kreela. This new champion they dropped. She is, like I said, the first ally attack champion to hit my account. The rest of her kit, though, she's got the shield on her A1. Targets the lowest ally. Heals based on 10% of the heal. This is pretty decent. It does a very small amount of sustain for your team. I suppose you could try and build her around this too. You could try to do like a heavy support HP build where she puts out heavy shields. But alright, so we crashed again, and I'm definitely wearing a different shirt now, but that's probably because it's a different date. And that is totally fine. We're going to finish this champion review and wrap up this video for you guys. So last time I talked about Kreela, I got right about into talking about her A1, pretty sure, and my laptop exploded. Now, since then, I've actually taken the time to kind of envision where she's going to go and build up her gear, kind of build what I like to call the bones of her build. And that's where I kind of go in, and I just make sure I have the essentials of gear to get her to the numbers that I'm going to want to get her to when I am able to build her. I talked before, I'm not going to be able to book this for a minute, and that sucks. So it's going to delay me building her a bit. I'm going to wait until I've got a good handful of legendary books. And once I can get this firing off at 100% at least, like that's the big thing, is I need her ally attack to go off. I really wish they had put the stun on the 80% and just had the ally attack always go off. That would have made way more sense to me, because it's a pretty critical part of her kit. She's basically got like 80% chance to do her job, and that kind of sucks for a legendary, right? Other than that, though, she's got the self-crit buff. That's why I have her lined up to be at like 70%, a little over, but whatever. With the crit buff, she'll be at 100% crit, and she's going to be a clan boss character. The reasoning for that is I've decided I'm going to drop Mashalid. Speed tuning a Mashalid lineup, it'll be possible one day, but I'm not there yet. It's going to be a long time, to be honest, before I have the gear where I can get him and Skull Crusher into the speed and the proper numbers they need to be successful in that Ultra Nightmare setup. My clan's also not even at Ultra Nightmare, so I'm not too worried about it. But Kreela, I can speed tune with Skull Crusher easily. She's going to be really easy to speed tune in, and I'm going to run her alongside my normal lineup: Jerrig, Frozen Banshee, and she's going to do really well. Cranking out that attack down and poisons out of the rest of the party. I'm pretty. I think it's going to be really successful. And it's also the crit buff's going to let me like squeeze in a bit more stats in other places in my clan boss build, and that's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. I talked a bit about the shield buff before, and my opinion has actually changed a little bit. I like this ability. I'm glad they gave her an ability on her A1 that's impactful. It like this can be a big game changer, and what it also does is it more heavily weights out a kind of a mediocre stat, which is HP. HP on a non-HP character, like most of the time, you're just trying to get their HP tuned for aggro, right? Other than that, it's an irrelevant stat, but not for her. Putting out champion's max HP on an ally with lowest HP, that means that in a clan boss build, uh, that could be a big shield. That could be a game changer in a clan boss fight. So I'm looking forward to this. I've got her set up where HP substats. I didn't stack them, but I did try to pop them in when I could. I started off every build from the bottom up. She doesn't have. I'm also doing a no accuracy build. That's kind of critical to point out. That's why this is as low it is as it is. I I mean she's going to be in the clan boss, and her only debuff is a stun. So I have zero reason to run accuracy on her. I figured with zero accuracy and the 30% crit rate buff, I'm going to be able to push the numbers, which I did. I got her right into crit damage gloves, and that's like the ultimate goal: crit damage gloves, crit damage neck, and still having the numbers on defense and speed that I need to make her survive. So I got her in the crit damage gloves. Defense as a chest. This is a necessity for a clan boss champion. You just can't get away from it. And then we've got speed boots. These are pretty average speed boots, but they're lifesteal 5-star speed boots with a defense roll. I got a lot of geared characters. Sometimes I got to make some pretty average pieces work. As far as average pieces though go, I'm pretty happy with this one. Defense rolls are always pretty clutch on lifesteal too. It is what it is. This shield I actually picked up recently. It rolled out really across the board, but it's strong enough of an item that I'm using it for sure. All right, we're back for good this time. I promise. Again, you gotta do what you got with the hardware you got, right? But hey, so I'm gonna step back a little bit. I don't know how much of what I recorded is gonna be reusable, so I life steal geared her out. She's ready to go for clan boss. Stuck her in speed boots, defense chest, crit damage gloves, that was the tough part of her build, was making sure I could get her into the crit damage gloves. And then I got her in a pretty good shield, across the board rolls, good rolls, speed, and crit rolls. Then one more piece of crit rate to push her up to 70, right around 70%. I was shooting for 70, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. And then I did get an accuracy roll in here. Believe it or not, I didn't have a single other good lifesteal sword. All of them have basically either crit rate, which I didn't need anymore in the build, or accuracy. So this is what I had. I'm pretty happy with how she ended up, though. She did end up with a small amount of accuracy today, whatever, right? For the most part, all of the rest of her substat rolls were super efficient. They gave her stats that she wanted: crit rate, defense. The flat stat roll here sucks, but whatever. And you can't really get a good idea of what her stats will look like because she's not 60 yet. But once she is 60, fully ascended and booked, I'm going to be bringing a video about it. Do you guys have any other questions? Feel free to drop those in the comment. Or you can always get a hold of me on like a Discord. And I'm gonna wrap this one up here though. I hope you guys had a good time during the event. I hope everybody got Kreela. It's been a push for the last like week or so to get through this event. Uh, Playing pretty religiously to get through it. We got a character, but hey, once you get her, it feels good, man. Other than that, though, that's about it. I'm gonna cut this one right here.